just a little bit. Our song is "I'll Fly Away." Have you ever
Oh,
heard
shoot.
about that
Oh, yeah.
song
It's on.
ever in your life? It's the
Turn it
most
up.
it's the most recorded gospel song in the history of songdom. I mean, it was made famous when Elvis Presley recorded. Lots of country western artists have, as far as a gospel song is recorded. So today we're going to talk a little bit just about the fact that Jesus is coming again. So this morning I got up and I like to listen to my best friend I never met, Andre Crouch, and I put on his Live in London album and I put it on repeat and I play over and over. It's probably still playing in my office. Maybe I just changed it. Just like he said he would. He's coming back for me. Do we believe that? So here's the reality. I think these are from my youth pastor days. I always tried to have illustrations. Some of you still remember when you were here at the other building, I pulled out a huge root, about a bitter root in our heart. I used to do things like, have cow tongues when I was talking about gossip. They were about 3 feet long, that kind of thing. And so you're not too old for that. When I was struggling with the transition from being a youth pastor to a senior pastor when I first came here in 95, I was struggling, preaching, and I just didn't feel comfortable. And it's like the Holy Spirit reminded me, he said, listen, if you can connect with teenagers and hold their attention, you can talk to anybody in the world. Isn't that true? So illustration. So I've been thinking about the second coming. And we all know it's true because really the first coming of Jesus is what we celebrate, and that's wonderful, but that's the point, and Advent's all about not just the first, but the second coming as well. But the problem is, and we'll illustrate it simply today, is that we never know when. So we have a sense of expectancy, and it just reminds me of this little toy. Anybody seen one of these? We used to call it Jack in the Boxes. But here's kind of how we live and we do life. And we know Jesus is coming back, but we don't exactly know when. And so we just take each day at a time and live with it, and lo and behold, when we least expect it. It's hilarious because our kids have been terrorized by this toy. I mean, they've been traumatized. You put it in front of them, and as soon as you crank, you never know what's going to pop out, but they cry and scream. I mean, ours is not a happy story, is it? But my point is going to be this. We know that Jesus is coming back, but it's going to be when we least expect it. We know it's in the season, but we don't know the day or hour. So I thought it'd be really good to just start off with a little bit of "I'll Fly Away," okay? This is a song of hope, and we'll talk about that. So would you lead us in? Here we go.